My road to the National typically starts when they mail me the packet. I'm old school, I like seeing it. When you get this in the mail, it tells you your priority number, whether you're 5 or 6 or 46 or whatever, but you have to kind of go through there. And this year they're doing the exhibitor badges online. For me, the National, it's really 365 days. It's the best of the best. And I remember thinking, are you good enough? Maybe you're not. Well, luckily it was like, let's find out. But there's so many people that on that second or third year, they'll give in. Don't tell me what your dream is. Show me. You doing okay today?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Good. You need any help or?
I'm just looking.
Did they tell you everything's 10% off today too?
They did not.
Everything's 10% off today.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, we're doing a sale for 10 years open, 10% off.
Awesome.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep. I'm Nathan Burns. I own Grand Slam Collectibles in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. The very first time I walked into a card store, I was 7. Our parents took us to a card shop in Nashville, and I walked in the front door, and I was like, you can do this for a job? I walked in at 7 and knew that's what I wanted to do in my life.
We both, for a year or two, I was hot and heavy in this, but Nathan, you could tell he had a passion from the first pack of cards that he opened.
When I was 12, I would sit up at the local flea market. We would wake up, it would still be dark outside. Me and a buddy of mine, we were partners. We had our own little business cards. And, you know, all our buddies were swimming at the pool. We were selling cards. And that was when I got my first taste of business and what it took to actually make a profit. The lessons you learn. At 12 years old, you're getting taught some valuable lessons by adults. And I'd rather learn them at 12 than at 32.
It was something that meant so much to him. He was an expert. He was a wheeler and dealer from the very beginning.
I've been very blessed that the work I've put in the last 10 years has been very fruitful. It's not always that way. So what I mean is you can't necessarily judge your success and failure by dollars and cents. I didn't get put in a pit, a dark pit, to just climb out and walk away. I was here to reach back and try to grab somebody else that was maybe going through some things like I was going through and help. One was a PSA 9, one was a PSA 8, and one was a 9. A lot of people don't even know this about me. Which one is it? Is it the moment? In '99, I stopped going to school, and I had a little office on our court square where I was selling sports cards. I was making a little bit of money, but I wasn't making enough money. I couldn't quite get over the hump, and I had to make a decision. Close the doors of my little office, and I went and sold vehicles for about 1.5 years. Then I went to real estate, 10 or 12 years. You're literally realizing that you're getting nowhere. The answer is my own self-inflicted wounds. Gambling when you shouldn't be gambling, making poor choices, not graduating from college. These are all the setbacks were all my own. It was one of the darkest times of my life. In 2016, I was done selling cars, I was done selling real estate. The few chips I had, I pushed in the middle of the table and decided to open Grand Slam Collectibles. I was finally able to get myself in a financial position after 20 years of failing and making mistakes. I'd finally grown up enough that I was back to essentially zero and could take another swing at it. When I opened the store, I knew that I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough inventory. Guys, come on down. Prices are slashed. There was a day we sold $1.10. it was a Diet Coke. So if I hadn't had soft drinks, I'd have sold 0. That was, one of the scariest moments. But if you're going to burn the boats, you got to throw that out of your mind and get to work.
3, 2, 1. Look at that. Back-to-back blue refractor autos.
Damn, that's a nice card. Hell yeah, Matt, can I get an amen? If something's not working, you adapt, you evolve. Back then in 2017, there were no breakers on Facebook. 0.
Oh, easy, I'm coming home.
We hopped on, 2 or 3 people were watching, and I'm sure they were my friends.
Y'all get ready, buckle up. Ooh, I've never seen this card.
And then, a couple days later, it's 10. And then a couple days later, it's 20.
Montana.
And then we're completely selling out of an inventory altogether.
Grand Slam Wall's taking a hit.
Once we went live on Facebook, we never worried again.
How cool is that, man? We just don't stop, dude.
They're always rooting each other on, and how can I take that big chunk of clay and keep refining it?
We were selling millions of dollars of sports cards in 17 and 18 and 19. It was hard work and an attitude that you can instead of can't.
Seeing him do something that he was proud of, seeing what he does provides for our family, all of those things make me so proud of him.
If you get tired of failing enough and you change the way you think, you can make some things happen. All right, let's see what we got. Is that Jackie peeping out? That's Jackie peeping out. Woo! This right here, dude. Yeah, that's the card. I'll pay $8,500 cash for that. So there's 2 of those. I'd offer another $8,000 cash for that. I remember the first national I went to.
It's like a little freaking city.
I flew in and flew out the same day just so I could save the hotel room. I always felt like when you're somebody that wants to be something more and you're not, it feels like you're drowning.
We'll just do deals right here, brother. You're straight savage. There you go, bro.
I look back on that and I really wish I could put my arm around that kid and just be like, hey man, hang in there. If you will just hang in there, you're gonna be all right. Because that kid was struggling. He was felt like he had failed his whole life. And you don't know if your opportunity's coming or not. 24.2, 24,200 for 3 pieces of cardboard. Yeah, plus I threw in a box of 92 Donner Elite. When I go to the National now, I feel like it's a battlefield. And now, I have a musket and a cannon. And back then, I might have felt like a drummer boy or something. Like there was no chance. I wasn't going to beat anybody with my drumstick.
He had such a following that I think that helped, build up not only his confidence, but just know that he had all of this support, not only from his family, but he had people that cared about him that, weren't just customers. They were actually people that genuinely would come up to him at the National and say, so nice to meet you, and I think that helped a lot.
You like basketball cards? We got to give them a couple free packs. Here, let's get, what'd you say, basketball? All right, let's see what we got here.
Nate is probably the one person in the world that is, dang it, kind. He makes me proud. Loving, giving, traditional, all the things that you want in a man, honestly.
Take it easy, man. Yeah, no problem, man. Y'all enjoy. Have a good day. Take it easy, fellas. I had failed so much in life that I was just sick of failing. Didn't want to fail anymore. It wasn't about the store. It wasn't about, I'd had enough. And I wanted to succeed. Honestly, there's times that I still walk around at the National and I think there's bigger fish in the ocean. Now, I don't feel bad, and I don't think about it too much. But unless you're Michael Jordan, there's always going to be something to chase.